You're watching this video right now, aren't you? This is now. This is the moment you think you're living in the present. But what if I told you that you're actually experiencing the memories of someone who lived in the past? Or even more interestingly, what if I told you that there's actually no difference between that moment you experienced yesterday and this moment today? How? Impossible. Today, I'm going to talk to you about one of the most unsettling theories in the world of physics, the block theory of the universe. This theory claims that the illusion of time flowing is false, that the present moment is an illusion, and that in reality, the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Wait, don't turn off the video yet. Because this isn't just an absurd idea concocted by philosophers to confuse people. Real physics equations, Einstein's theory of relativity, and modern quantum mechanics lead us to this very conclusion. Now I have a request for you. While watching this video, I want you to forget everything you know about time. I'm serious. Forget that time flows like a river. Forget that the past is gone and the future hasn't arrived yet. Forget that the present moment is special, real, and the only thing that exists. Why? Because these prejudices prevent you from seeing the true nature of the universe. The automatic programs in your brain, which have been training you since childhood, constantly show you an illusion. And today, we will dismantle that illusion. Ready? Then let's begin. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. Think of every moment you have lived from the day you were born until today. The moment you took your first step, the moment you fell in love for the first time, the moment you started watching this video. Now, imagine all these moments as a giant Turkish delight, prepared by a Turkish delight maker. Imagine this piece of Turkish delight on a table in front of you. One end of the piece represents the moment you were born, and the other end represents you now. But here's the key. Every slice of this piece exists simultaneously. The 5-year-old child from your past, the 15-year-old teenager, and you now, they are all in that piece at the same time. The block universe theory says exactly that. It describes the universe as a 4-dimensional space-time block. In this block, the past, present, and future stand side by side. None is more real than the other. None has passed away or arrived yet. How is that possible? But I'm living in the present. The past is gone. The future doesn't exist yet. That's exactly the feeling you have. It's an illusion. Let me show you why. At the same time. In 1905, Albert Einstein discovered something that shook the foundations of physics. Time is not absolute, but relative. What does this mean? It means that your now is not the same as someone else's now. Let's do a thought experiment. Imagine twin brothers. One boards a spaceship and travels at near light speed. The other stays on Earth. When the twin in space returns 5 years later, the twin on Earth may be 50 years older. Now I ask, is now the same for these two twins? No. While 5 years passed for the twin in space, 50 years passed for the twin on Earth. Which is the real now? Both of them. And here, things get even stranger. Einstein's equations tell us this. If you are far enough away in space, your now can exist simultaneously with someone else's past or future. While you're sitting here watching this video, for a creature on a planet in the Andromeda Galaxy looking down on your birthday is still now. How? Because that creature is in a different frame of reference. From their perspective, your now hasn't arrived yet. Does that sound like science fiction? It's not. This is a direct result of Einstein's special and general theories of relativity. And these theories have been tested and proven in everything from your GPS to nuclear energy. Now, let's delve even deeper. Ask physicists, in which direction does time flow according to the fundamental laws of physics? The answer will surprise you. It doesn't flow. Take Newton's laws of motion. Reverse them. Play backward in time. It still works the same way. Take Einstein's equations of relativity. Reverse time. Still consistent. The Schrödinger equation of quantum mechanics. Same thing. In the fundamental laws of physics, there is no such thing as an arrow of time. No arrow pointing from the past to the future. But wait, you might say. Glasses break, but broken glasses don't mend themselves. We grow old, but we don't get younger. What about the laws of thermodynamics? Great question. The second law of thermodynamics does indeed show that time has a direction. Entropy increases. Disorder increases. But here's the catch. This doesn't show that time flows. It just shows that the universe has a certain order. Looking at it from a block universe perspective, at one end of the universe, there is low entropy, past. At the other end, there is high entropy, future. But this doesn't mean one end is more real. Just like one end of a rod is hot, and the other end is cold. Both ends exist simultaneously. Let's now imagine ourselves as a four-dimensional being. We live in three-dimensional space, right? Right, left, forward, backward, up, down. But according to the block universe theory, time is also a dimension. So, we actually live in a four-dimensional space-time block. Now, imagine a worm. In three-dimensional space, the worm has a long, thin body. Now add the time dimension to that worm. You see the worm's entire life, from birth to death. It's something like a four-dimensional worm. One end is the tiny worm hatching from an egg. The middle is the grown worm. And the other end is the old, dying worm. They're all there at the same time, in that space-time block. You are such a worm. A four-dimensional space-time worm. At one end, you are the embryo in your mother's womb. In the middle, you are watching this video. At the other end, you are the future, aged or dead. All of them exist simultaneously in this block universe. But the consciousness in your brain is only experiencing a slice of this four-dimensional wormhole. Just like a camera only captures one frame at a time. And this brain gives you the illusion of the present moment. How? Confused? That's normal. This is an idea completely contrary to our intuition. But science leads us precisely to this point. Now let's pause and consider this. If the block universe is true, what does that mean for us? Does free will exist? If the future is already there, are our choices real? What does death mean? If all our moments still exist within the space-time block, are we truly dead? What does it mean to live in the present moment? If now is an illusion, why is it so important? These aren't easy questions, and honestly, there are no clear answers. But let me tell you my own perspective. The block of time hasn't made me a nihilist. On the contrary, it has helped me understand the value of each moment more. If those happy moments I experienced in the past are still there, still in the space-time block, then they haven't truly disappeared. That love, that smile, that embrace, they're still there, always there. And this moment I'm experiencing right now, it will be there forever. The curiosity, the astonishment, maybe a little confusion you feel while watching this video, these are being etched somewhere in the block universe forever. This gives me a responsibility because every moment I live is permanent in the block universe. It doesn't disappear. It doesn't pass. So every moment is worth living to the fullest, isn't it? So, what will you do after learning all this? Let me give you a practical exercise. Today, stop for a moment and think. This moment will exist forever in the block universe. How do I want to experience this moment? Perhaps while you're having your morning coffee, perhaps while talking to someone you love, perhaps while walking down the street. This perspective can even change how you view your regrets. That moment you felt ashamed, that moment you made a mistake. They exist in the block universe too, but instead of trying to change them, you can accept them as they are, because they are also a part of your four-dimensional worm and your anxieties about the future. From a block universe perspective, the future is already there, but that doesn't mean you should stop striving. On the contrary, your efforts are also part of that block universe. Your free will may be an illusion, but experiencing that illusion is the nature of your four-dimensional being. Of course, the block universe theory is controversial. Many physicists and philosophers disagree. Some say, quantum mechanics shows us that the future is uncertain. So how can it already be there? This is a valid objection. And indeed, the relationship between quantum mechanics and the block universe remains an unresolved problem. Some say, how can consciousness create such a real sense of now if it's not real? That's a great question, and we don't know the answer yet. Maybe the block universe is wrong. Maybe the flow of time is real. Maybe the present moment is truly special. But maybe the universe is much stranger and more mysterious than we think. Look, I thought a lot while making this video. I was confused too, just like you. These aren't easy ideas to digest. But you know what? These questions show what we, as human beings, are capable of. We can question our own existence, our own experiences. That's incredible. Let me tell you something. Whether the block universe is true or not, this moment we're watching this video together, this moment is real. At least for you and me. And who knows, maybe somewhere in the space-time block, this moment stands still forever. Shall we meet again at the first opportunity? Because we have so much more to talk about. Time, consciousness, free will, quantum mechanics. See you in the next video. Or maybe, in the block universe, we're already meeting. Goodbye.